A third round of talks are expected to take place today between Russia and Ukraine as civilians are dying as this war rages on. Joining us now is Vladislav Davidson, Atlantic Council Fellow and journalist who is on the ground in Ukraine right now. He was right outside of Kyiv when the invasion started and is now in Chernowitz, which is near the Romanian border. And Vladislav, I know you're aware of this video that has been captured of civilians using a well-known unofficial humanitarian corridor over that bridge from Irpin being killed. I mean, this is on camera. What do you make of this new development?
It's absolutely horrific. It's absolutely a horror, a shanda, a pozor, whatever you want to call it, whichever language. The Russians are doing very badly at taking territory. Their logistics is truly horrific. They are not capable of taking territory or winning hearts and minds or winning large battles. It's day 12. They should have taken Kiev 9 days ago, according to American intelligence, in the run-up to the war. So what they're doing now is what they've always done in places like Grozny and Aleppo, is bomb the civilian population in order to subjugate them. And it's having the predictable effects, and it's a total horror, and it's turning even the most pro-Russian speaker in Kharkiv or wherever into a Ukrainian patriot, if they were not already, and it's just not going to work.
We've also learned from our Jim Shooter reporting, according to a senior U.S. official, NATO and the U.S. have supplied 17,000 anti-tank missiles, 2,000 Stinger anti-aircraft missiles. That is a lot and may inform why we're seeing what we're seeing with what Ukrainian forces are doing to Russian forces. Is there a sense that Ukraine can keep this going on long enough with these weapons to effectively deter Russia?
Absolutely. The panic and the grim fatalism of a week ago is gone. I think 80% of the population now thinks that they can grind the Russians out. They are taking out Russian tanks and BMPs and AMPs and supply truck logistic convoys out faster than we can watch the Telegram and YouTube and social media video of them every day, or even every hour, every half an hour. We get another video of an entire entire convoy of these bombed out husks of former Russian vehicles with Russian military guys hanging off the sides of them. There's so many of these videos now. They're not fake. I do believe the reports from the Ukrainian military that they've taken out 800, 900 trucks, BMPs, 250 tanks. There's so many videos of farmers pulling away with a John Deere tractor, a Russian tank or BNP or a artillery device or even something bigger than that. The Ukrainian state has even made a statement that they will not be charging taxes to anyone who captures artillery or a tank, any Ukrainian. If they sell it to whoever, they don't have to pay taxes on it. It's an incentive to go out, capture that Russian piece of artillery, Russian piece of tank, make your $50,000, make your $100,000, sell it back to the state, sell it to whatever private collector, and you don't have to pay taxes on it. And that's where we are.
You wrote a book about your beloved Odessa, and we've now heard from President Zelensky he believes Russia's preparing to bomb the city. What are you thinking as you hear that?
I'm thinking that I want to cry, first of all. Secondly, I've been on the phone trying to figure out how to get my relatives and my friends out. Anyone I know in Odessa who's middle class or higher is already gone. Anybody with money, anybody with connections, anybody who has worldliness to travel the world, they're already gone. Some of my relatives, my in-laws are, they're rooted in the city. They don't really travel much. For them, getting into the psychological headspace of leaving is difficult. We're trying to get them out. I'm on the Romanian border. I'm going to cross into Romania tomorrow, meet the women and children in my family because the men are not allowed out. Military-age men are not allowed out of the country. I'm going to take them to a border town in Romania. Then I'm going to put them on a plane. Then I'm going to go the other way back into Ukraine. My wife forbade me to go back to Odessa, but I guess I'm going to have to. I'm actually in Chernowitz now, where some of my ancestors are from. Right behind me, you see an Austro-Hungarian 19th century ceramic oven in the kitchen. It's utterly amazing. You know, the Austro-Hungarian Empire lives behind me. That's a ceramic tiled oven heating this apartment that I'm in. But I'm going back to Odessa to get my family and my friends out. I have to just say thank you to a huge amount of tremendous support from Americans all over the place who are gathering money to get refugees out, from San Francisco to Boston, from Texas to New York. I'm getting so many DMs and so many Americans who are opening up their wallet and their heart to get people out. I imagine that so many people have gotten their wallet out, and we're getting children and old people out of Odessa as the Russian army is about to come in with rockets and Grad missiles and airplanes. And so I'm really grateful to my fellow Americans for showing their best side.
Vladislav, what are those conversations like with your wife as you are going to do what she's asked you not to? Go back to Odessa.
Yeah, she's going to find out about this from CNN. She's not going to be happy. You know, my wife and I spent half the time in Ukraine and half in France. She's a film producer. The film projects that she's been working on for 2 years are not going to happen now. So she spent 2 years working on things that are not going to happen. Everyone else in this country has been building things, businesses, houses, families, which are now under attack, often destroyed, often are derailed. It's a catastrophe. My wife is an activist now. She's back home in Paris. I'm extremely proud of her. She is gathering support from all her friends. She works 18 hours a day directing the diaspora, the Ukrainian and Russian-speaking diaspora in Paris, to send money, to send vests, to send helmets, to send medicine. So she's organizing protests and film producers. I'm extremely, really proud of you, my dear, my beloved Regina Marinovskaya. I'm sorry you told me I can't go back to Odessa, but a man has to do what he has to do. I will get I will get a helmet before I get back there. But I'm really grateful to my fellow Americans for sending so much help.
Vladislav Davidson, we do hope, sir, that you stay safe. Thank you so much for being with us.